And in Gaza, Israeli forces have killed at least 14 people, including a child, since dawn on Wednesday. One of the strikes hit tents sheltering displaced Palestinians in the al-Nasr area. Injured people were rushed to hospitals already overwhelmed and understaffed. Israeli forces are intensifying their attacks on Gaza City, warning they plan to seize it. And let's go now to Hani Mahmoud, who is live for us in Gaza City. And Hani, in the last few moments, we've seen pictures here, an enormous plume of smoke, apparently another high-rise tower felled by Israeli fire. Can you tell us what's going on at the moment?
Jana, that was a residential tower on the coastal road, just down the road from this area to the left, a few meters from the roundabout, the traffic circle on the area to the left. That's where Taiba 2 residential, partially commercial. We remember this landmark housing one of the finest dining halls in western Gaza City, serving many of the stuff that people like here, but and house also a learning center, a commercial offices for local NGOs and international NGOs inside this residential tower. Now, as the genocide started and many people were displaced, it turned into a shelter for many of the displaced families. So the restaurants, the offices turned into a shelter for many of the displaced families from the areas, particularly after everyone was pushed into displacement. A 14-story residential commercial towers was just destroyed and turned into rubble. What's concerning is the location. It's in the heart of a very overcrowded area with lots of tents by the hundreds. And I remember doing many of the field work on the coastal road, and we could not step a foot in that area because of the how overcrowded it is. Many of the tents, many of the people in that area, they were given less than an hour to evacuate the area. And you can imagine the mayhem and the chaos that spread in that area as people left many of their belongings, many of their basic supplies, and the mattresses, the pillows, the blankets that they use as they sleep inside these tents were all left inside. The food that they managed to collect over the past weeks, all left inside these tents as they were running for their life. This is the 7th residential tower that been destroyed by the Israeli military, and just for many people here now, the skylines of Gaza has become a symbol of loss now because they lose everything inside these towers.
And Hani, also on Wednesday, we believe forced evacuations, the latest round of forced evacuation orders have been issued by Israel ahead of a threat to launch a full ground invasion of Gaza City amid protests. We saw on Tuesday people insisting they have nowhere safe to go, so they're not leaving. Is that still the case?
Absolutely, and just in the past half an hour, another forced evacuation orders targeting the northern part of Gaza City. Mainly, we're talking about the al-Nasr street, toward the end of this major street, where there's a gas station, many of the residential clusters, a mosque, many of the organizations in the area, and lots of tents have been ordered by the Israeli military to evacuate immediately ahead of bombing the whole area. But that has been forcing people into taking the streets and protesting this policy by the Israeli military, a very concerning military tactics aimed at uprooting Palestinians from their own land. It leads everyone, including the National Association for Clans across the Gaza, to organize a protest, a demonstration to express their refusal for this attempt to force people into displacement and uproot them from their own land. It also highlights the importance of basically the defiance and the resilience that Palestinians are showing despite all the danger and the risk that they are taking in the street. As of this moment, there is a protest going on. As we were told, the skies is filled with many of the drones and the quadcopters, the fighter jets. There are explosions going on and off, but still Palestinians managed to get to the streets and to express their frustration and their refusal for Israel's plan to uproot them from their own land.
Hani Mahmoud live for us in Gaza City. Please take care and thanks for bringing us the latest.
Don't miss out and get the full picture. Subscribe to Al Jazeera for reliable news and expert insights. Like, share, stay ahead.